Hi, Leather Rokk here. Let's get you a close-up look of the makeup I'm showing you right now. All this pink. Almost all the makeup I'm wearing is pink. And I got the look using the B&H Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Now, this is not the brand new version they have now where everything is shimmers. This is more matte in this than there are shimmers. And actually, all the colors in this look are matte. And this is what the palette looks like. Now, as soon as I get something to tie my hair up with, let's get started. And good. Didn't take forever to find something. Okay, it feels like it's 100 degrees in my house right now. And I hope you don't hear any music in the background. I'm not playing any. I don't want a copyright strike or anything, but unfortunately we have some very inconsiderate neighbors that have the loudest sound system, and they're drinking and they're blasting music, and I'm filming much earlier than I usually film my videos. Right now it's 8:37 p.m. It's a Sunday night, but it's also Labor Day weekend, and the people next door are drinking and they've got very, very, very loud music, and I cannot speak to them to ask them to turn it down because I'm filming, because they do not speak English. And there are like 3 or 4 families in a small apartment, all crammed in there, and I only speak English, so I'm sorry if you speak a different language and I can't communicate with you. And that's the situation with my neighbors. So okay, let's not waste time here. Oh, I was gonna show you the cat again, but she's actually eating, and I finally got her eating dry food, so I don't want to discourage her. Okay, I got my trusty coconut oil here, and setting it down so I don't spill anything. Alrighty. I don't trust using my screen as a mirror, because if I get smudges where I don't want them, it's going to take twice as long to do this video, and I'm sure you guys don't have all day just to watch a makeup tutorial. So, okay. Now, first step is going to be foundation. And for my foundation, I used Sassy and Chic brand BB cream. It's not necessarily my favorite for me, just because it only comes in 3 shades, light, medium, and dark. And I have a notorious challenge finding foundations that are pale enough for me. But I want to use it up, and so, because I don't believe in wasting things, I'm going to put it around my eyes and also on the eyelid. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating so much I actually smudged mascara on the other side. Of course, it's not helping that I have most of my windows shut because of the noise next door. I just can't close the one window here because that's where the screen is, and this cat spends a lot of time in there, and I don't want to disrupt her any. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is my preferred base underneath the makeup. This is from Max Factor and it's called First Coat. Now this I probably might not recommend to people with darker skin, just because this is close to a white shade. If you do want to use it and you have dark skin, you might want to confine it just to the lid area and not go too close to the brow bone, because it will show up. It's good to have a light color to allow your eyeshadows to pop, but if it gets too close to the brow bone and you're dark skinned, you would end up having a color that's lighter than even your highlight would be, and it might make your eyeshadow look a little on the unnatural side. So that's the only caveat I have with the light bases. But light bases are perfect for me. I'm just reminding you that they might not be perfect for all skin colors. And I know that my viewers are all different colors, so I'm thinking of all you guys. Okay, now let me make sure that I'm using the right brush here. I'm going to dip into the top pale pink here. I want to give you a close-up look at it. It's this shade here. And again, reminding you, these are all mattes. Get a good coating on the brush. Because these are mattes, we're doing this dry. And I'm doing some of the brow bone area, but just the inner corner part of it. Like from here to about up here. And because this is a very light color, and because it's matte, if you're very pale like me, it's not going to show up too much. And I wouldn't try to make it too opaque. Maybe get a little bit more on, but don't expect it to be very visible. And I'm not carrying this all the way out. I'm only carrying it like to the middle. I want to make sure I'm using the right brush for things. I think this is it. Alrighty, the second pink I'm going to use, I'm using this brush here, is from e.l.f. E.L.F. It's a C brush. It's called a C brush. I'm not sure exactly why they call it that. It's not my favorite brush shape, but these are colors, these brushes are more for depositing than for really sweeping. Now I'm using the third from the top color. It's another pink. It's a bit darker than this. It's not very bright. Covering it on both sides. And now we're going to go on the outer brow bone, from crease to brow bone, not really brow bone, but just sweeping it kind of like this, up a little and down a little, not too hard because I don't want it too dark here. Now for the lid, we're going to dip into this bottom. Let me make sure, yes. Okay, this bottom pink here on both sides of the brush. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. And this is also from e.l.f. E.L.F. And you can see how this is a good bit bigger than a C brush, and this is good for depositing and sweeping. Now with this color, I'm hitting the lid, but I'm keeping blank the very inner corner because I want to get something else with that. I'm going to deposit first. Now I'm not carrying this all the way out. I'm just doing the lid. And I'm going to go as far up to the crease, but not past the crease. Okay. Now I'm going to hit the outer corner. This is a brush from B&H Cosmetics, from a portable brush set that I got free a couple of orders ago. And this, I'm going to get on the second row, this one up here. This is almost like a fuchsia shade, but it's still matte. It's not totally flat matte, but I could not call it a shimmer by any stretch of the imagination either. And this color, I'm just going to hit the outer wing and lift it up and slightly blend it with the color that's on top, but not too much. And I just want to make sure that there's no bare skin here. Okay, now we're going to use, there are two whites in this palette. They're both frosty. This one has more of a greenish bluish cast to it, whereas this white here has more of a pinkish cast. And the white with the pinkish cast is the white we're going to use. Hit both sides of this brush, and I'm going to go in the outer corner. Then I'm going to go back on the white, and now I'm going to hit the brow bone, the outer brow bone. Remember when I said to hit the pale pink color on here, but I left this area alone? The reason why I left that area alone is so that when I hit it with the white for the highlight, the white would show up more. I hope these eyes are looking like they're matching. Now, a lot of times when I do this, the eye makeup I've had on for between 8 and 10 hours. This time the eye makeup has only been on maybe 2 hours, so I should do a better job of the matching this time. Now it's time for eyeliner. And for the eyeliner, I didn't choose black. I chose a plum shade. This is from e.l.f., E.L.F., Eyes, Lips, Face, and it's their waterproof gel pot eyeliners. And I don't know if it shows up well when I show you here. The color is called Poppin Party. And the label is so small I had to have my roommate read it to make sure that in fact it is what it said it was. So yeah, Poppin Party. And I'm using an eyeliner brush. It's a bit of a thick kind of eyeliner brush, but because this eyeliner has finally started to dry out, I need something that has bristles that are stiff enough to stand up to a slightly dried out eyeliner. Now I'm hugging the eyelid closely. I'm not trying for a very thick line because I want this eyeshadow to not be obscured. And I'm going to do the same with the lower lid. If it gets too thick on the brush and makes the brush look fat, it's always a good idea to go like this and scrub off the excess so that you can have a thinner line. Because I realize this is not the brush that'll give you the skinniest line in the world. I really like this gel eyeliner color, especially when you don't want the harshness of an intense black line. Somehow I thought that with all this pink makeup, it was nice to have a plum liner instead of a real harsh black. And also this color really shows up green eyes pretty well, I think. Even though I really am partial to black liner the best, because I usually want a look that shows up that is very nice and vivid. This is a mascara I'm using. The mascara I'm using is by LA Colors, and it's called Big Fool Lash. And this actually has a nice shaped brush, and this actually deposits color very well. It's not like some mascaras that just don't add much thickness to the lash, and since my lashes have practically nothing to them, they have no length, they have no color, and it's almost like not having eyelashes at all. So I really do appreciate a mascara that actually shows them up, and I don't need to apply 10 coats to it. Now this is not a waterproof mascara, though, be advised of that. Actually, I haven't been able to find my waterproof mascara in a couple of days. I can only guess where it is. Ever since I have this new kitty, I've had to do serious cat proofing of my room, and so I can't necessarily find everything. Okay. Now, on to the rest of the makeup that I have on my face. Okay. I can't believe I don't have my contour color. I have a feeling I may have left the contour makeup in the bathroom, and I'm not going to very well interrupt this video to go and get it, and I'm pretty sure I don't have it there. But anyway, I'm not going to reapply it because I already applied it. But the usual contour that I have been using, which is actually from Covergirl, it's a eyeshadow called Covergirl, what is it called? Professional Eye Enhancers, and that color is called Jammin Improvisation, and I just did a slash here and here. Now, I did a blush. For my blush, I used the brand Artmatic. I don't know if that company's still in existence. I bet this blusher must be close to 10 years old, and I use it more for an eyeshadow than I do for a blush. But the label has since worn off. I'm not sure what the color is actually called, but you can see for yourself, and I will take the light off. It's pink and it's bright, and I think it's great. And this is a brush I used, and there's no sense in me reapplying it because when I took my eye makeup off, I didn't take this off. So if you want to see what I used on my eyebrows, if I even have that color on me. Oh, hold on a second. What I have on my eyebrows is Milani lipstick, and the color is called Magenta Madness. And for the applicator, I used the applicator from a Colorstay liquid lipstick. This has been used up, and I just used this Milani lipstick, and I colored over the natural shape of my eyebrows, and that's how I got that. So, and I did use a highlighter, and for my highlighter I used the B&H Cosmetics palette Blacklight highlight, and I used this center pink here. The color is called On Point, and I used this brush here, which is actually Vivace or Vivace brush that I got at the dollar store. This is supposed to be a foundation brush, but I just love it for a highlighter. I think it's a perfect shape because you can angle it with the thin part. And you know what? I forgot part of the highlighter. It's supposed to do this. And you can see I already got the brow, the Cupid's bow. And I already got here. And you see, I'm so sweaty now. I'm afraid if I touch this to my skin, it's going to muck up the brush. But a little bit here, a little bit here. And now, for the full effect, I feel that I really must take my hair down. Alrighty. What do you think? Oh, you like these earrings? I love these earrings. I got them in Chinatown in New York City. I forget what year, but the store I bought them from isn't even in existence. They were 99 cents, and I love them so much. They're one of my favorite pairs. Cassie, want to say goodbye? Want to say goodbye to my friends? Look, all the people on YouTube. Say goodbye. Hello. Meow. Okay. If you like this video, you should give it a thumbs up. And if you like me and my content, feel free to subscribe. And when you do, hit the bell notification thingy. That way you won't miss anything. I post new content Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Love to have you join me on my adventures. Till then, talk to you soon. Bye.